The pace at which we like to work and work with others is a pretty big deal. Those who like to move fast think everyone else is lazy. Those that like to work at a deliberate pace think everyone else is reckless and foolish. Where do you fall into all of this? Do you like to move fast and have a great sense of urgency about most things, or do you like to move at a more deliberate pace that you set yourself? This session's dashboard will measure your preferred pace for action versus reflection. It's your preference for physical activity over reflective activity. Are you a very direct, action-oriented person? Do you like to keep physically busy, and do you work hard and play hard? Or do you like a slower and more reflective approach? Do you like to figure things out before you start a project? And is efficiency of energy an important consideration for you? If your action score is high, you are a very action-oriented person. You always need to be doing something constructive. You don't do rest very well. You have a great sense of urgency, and you are always willing to tackle a new project because you probably have energy to burn. You like quick results, and you measure your success in always making something happen right now. Your strength is that you can pull off being a super doer most of the time and always have something to show for it. One of the potential on-the-job implications for you is that you can be a workaholic and lack patience with both things and other people. And I'm being polite in couching it that way. Show your manager and fellow workers that you value balance and respect their approach to getting things done too. If your reflective score is high, you prefer to think things through carefully and get them done right the very first time. You want to have personal control over your schedule and responsibilities, and you prefer to have sufficient time to reflect before you have to take action. Your strength is that you are a deliberate person and you prefer completeness and accuracy over quick results. You are very careful and typically a cautious person. One of the potential on-the-job implications for you, especially if your score is very high, is that your manager and fellow team members may see you as lethargic or lacking sufficient ambition. This can be an important issue for you because you may very well be the most motivated person in the whole darn company. You just prefer to live your life at a different pace. So pay careful and deliberate attention to demonstrating a recognition for urgency more often, and don't let people assume that you don't care about taking action. If your score is more moderate, you may be very active and busy most of the time. You have a moderate sense of urgency, and you like to get a great deal done. But you may need to manage your energy sometimes and call a timeout occasionally to recharge your batteries. You might tend to work, and then stop and rest a little bit, and you just might run out of gas sometimes. One of the potential on-the-job implications for you, and here I emphasize the word potential, is that others may see you working in spurts of energy because you do need to call timeouts and recharge your battery. Be very proactive about keeping your manager and fellow workers posted on the status of projects that you're working on so that they don't misperceive you as leaving things unattended. We all think we're normal, and we judge everyone else by our sense of what is the right pace. Use this insight about yourself to objectively look at how you may be coming across to others. Are you patient or impatient? Do you get restless with nervous energy, or do you just plain wear out sometimes? Many people just need to slow down and take a day off occasionally and get a little rest. On top of all of that, many of us say that we just don't have enough time. Did you get as much done last year as you wanted to get done? Most people say no when I ask that question, and then when I ask why not, most people say, I just didn't have enough time. If you said that, did you not get all of last year? The truth is that each of us have all the time there is. There is no more. The real issue becomes one of learning how to use time differently, more effectively. If you're still doing everything the same way you did 5 years ago, you're probably in real trouble, and it's only going to get worse. We all have to learn how to use time better, and that means making better choices. Be more responsible for managing your time, your accountabilities, and your own pace, and use this behavioral dashboard to figure out ways to do just that. Thanks once more for your involvement in this series. Remember, we appreciate you and we appreciate your business, and we want this to be a very worthwhile investment of your time. In the next session, we'll look at your sense of your own personal identity. I look forward to that, and I hope you do too.